Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 20th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Wednesday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Wednesday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the tropic and also Hurricane Nigel. This is Hurricane Nigel here spinning in the north central tropical Atlantic. Continue to push on off to the northeast. And also here is a tropical wave we're watching that has a 70 to 80% of development. Looks to become tropical storm Ophelia. And also we're going to be watching a system off the southeast coast. Could become something subtropical or just a regular low pressure system off the southeast coast, which could bring some precipitation to portions of Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, all the way up to the eastern seaboard into portions of the northeastern United States. As you can see, the system's already getting a little bit act together already. We got another little system here in the Gulf of Mexico. Could catch up with that system later today, but I think it's gonna be a two-parter. This here is gonna be the first system. This is gonna be the second one. And also, we're gonna take a look at some tropical waves moving off the African coast. We're expecting some more to come off. The Hurricane Center needs to watch this one here. This here looks a little suspicious to me as well. But this is the main one here that's coming off the African coast that they're watching right now. But they need to kind of watch this system here as it kind of moves to the west there. We need to keep an eye on that as well. All right. Also, we got more. We got a tropical cyclone over in the Eastern Pacific called Kenneth over there in the Eastern Pacific. Also, we got more tropical waves that need to be keep an eye on as well down in the Eastern Pacific as it continues to push westward as well. Alright, also we're going to take a look at information on Hurricane Nigel and also take a look at the closer view of satellite imagery of Nigel as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the Watch This Morning Advisory map. Also take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Thursday, Friday, and also take a look at Saturday's outlook as it is day 4 and it has a potential to have some severe weather on day 4 as well. So stick around to the entire video. Do not miss a beat of this forecast. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, we already discussed the tropics, so we're going to head on to the satellite imagery of Nigel. You can see here is the eye of the storm, getting some dry air wrapping around the system. Did reach a Category 2 status earlier this morning, but it has weakened back to 90 miles per hour. So now it just remains a Category 1 and will continue to weaken as it continues to push on off to the northeast. But it's still got a pretty good center of circulation on the west side of the system. The east side looks like it's kind of falling apart. It's getting more raggedy as more dry air punches into the system, and also it's moving over cooler waters as well over the north central tropical Atlantic. Alright, we're going to try to take a look at some information on this system here. Okay. Intensity guidance. Alright, you can see here the wind field, 11 a.m. wind field. The yellow is the tropical storm force wind. The hurricane force winds is the orange behind the X. This is the current position. Like I said, it had 90 miles per hour wind. Continue to weaken over the next few days. See by 8 a.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. Friday, excuse me, it becomes a post-tropical cyclone, and then it remains a post-tropical cyclone over the northern tropical Atlantic. This is Iceland up here. It could affect you guys over sometime late or early to mid to late next week as it kind of meanders and then slowly pushes off to the north in your direction. Alright, If you're tracking this system at home, it's located near latitude 36.1 north, longitude 54.4 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 90 miles an hour with higher gusts, and movement is to the north at 18 miles per hour, which classifies as a hurricane with winds of 74 to 110 miles per hour. All right, take a look at the spaghetti-o models here. Forecast models. This is the current position of the storm here. Continues to race on off to the northeast, and this is where Iceland is here, and it is affecting. It is headed right for you guys, almost in that part of the world. So would not be surprised to see some activity moving in to that neck of the woods of Iceland up there from Hurricane Nigel. All right, let's take a look at the intensity guidance of this system here. All right, right now currently 80 knot winds equal up to 80 miles per hour. Keeps it right in category 1 hurricane. Some models keep taking it to a category 2. I think the weakening will continue, and it will become a tropical storm and remain a post-tropical cyclone through 168 hours. May even drop off into a tropical depression maybe before then. All right, that's your tropical update. Now we're going to move on to the Watches Warning Advisory map for your locating across the nation. Alright, you can see the weather map pretty quiet at this time. We got some gale warning along the southeast coast. Also, we got some special marine warning along the panhandle of Florida. Also, we got some air quality alerts up here in Minnesota. Also, portions of Central Oregon, Southwestern Oregon. Freeze watches also in effect for southern and northern Central Oregon and southern Oregon and northern California. Also, we got some special weather statement for northern California. Wind advisory there as well. All right, Alaska looks good. Have some special weather statements to the north. The outer coastal areas there got some gale warnings there. Central and north looks a-okay on the Hawaii and Chain Islands. Central south, few gale warnings are in effect. We'll get it going. But anyway, here it is. It came up. All right, we got some general thunderstorm for portions of South Carolina through Georgia, all the way down in the Florida Panhandle. Back to the Florida Panhandle, side of Louisiana, all the way to the Florida Keys, Illinois, back into Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma. Also in West Texas, back in the portions of Arizona, New Mexico. Got a large real estate area, just general thunderstorms expected from Oregon down to California, all the way to far east at Iowa, and also into Wisconsin, and also in the portion of Minnesota through the Dakotas. Marginal risk over in portion of Nevada, all the way in the portion of Wyoming, same in Texas and Oklahoma. All right, if you live in Tyler, Texas, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Longview, Texas, Idaho Falls, Idaho, and Patella, Idaho. Noon, tornado probability less than 2% all area. Damaging winds. Let's take a look at the hail probability. Damaging winds. This is for Tyler, Texas, Longview, Texas, Idaho Falls, Idaho, Patella, Idaho, and Logan, Utah. The hail. This is for North Texas, also into portions of Oklahoma, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Mesquite, Oklahoma, Texarkana, Texas, to Texarkana, Arkansas, and Paris, Texas. Alright, that's 5% risk for large hail. Alright, let's take a look at your Thursday forecast now. Alright, as you can see, we still got general thunderstorm for portions of southern South Carolina, back to the panhandle of Florida, Louisiana, down to the Florida Keys. Same area pretty much, West Texas, all the way into New Mexico, back to Nevada, California, to Montana, to the Dakotas, all the way back over to Michigan as well, and Wisconsin, Illinois. We have a marginal risk over here in ports of South Dakota, down into much of Texas. If you live in Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Arlington, Texas, Plano, Texas, marginal risk for severe weather on your Thursday. Tornado probability less than 2% all areas. Winds, hail, pretty much the same locations. Fort Worth, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Amarillo, Texas, and let's see, pretty much Plano, Texas, Arlington, Texas, Oklahoma City, Fort Worth, Texas, Dallas, Texas. That's for damaging winds and large hail for your pretty much that same area for your Thursday. Now we're going to move on to Friday's forecast. The Eastern Carolina down the east coast of Florida, from Louisiana back up to Minnesota, Wisconsin, all the way far west as portion of Montana, Utah, and Idaho as well. We have a marginal risk, slight risk over portions of Oklahoma, portions of Kansas, Nebraska, into the Dakota, into South Dakota, and also in the portion of Iowa as well. All right, if you live in the slight risk area, this includes Grand Island, Nebraska, Canary, Nebraska, North Platte, Nebraska, Norfolk, Nebraska, Hastings, Nebraska. Slight risk for severe weather on Friday. Marginal risk, Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sioux Falls City, South Dakota, Topeka, Kansas, and Sioux City, Iowa. Excuse me. That's for a marginal risk for severe weather on your Friday. Probability, 5% in brown, 15 in the yellow. This is the same area, Grand Island, Nebraska to Hastings, Nebraska, and surrounding areas. 5%, this is Omaha, Nebraska through Sioux City, Iowa, and surrounding areas for the 5% risk for severe weather on your Friday. Now we're going to take a look at Saturday's outlook, and then we're going to wrap up the video. Alright, you can see here's that 15% risk, standing from Iowa back through northern Oklahoma, including Missouri, also into Kansas and Nebraska. If you live in Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm getting ahead of myself. Wichita, Kansas, and Lincoln, Nebraska, it's a 15% risk for severe weather. A marginal risk will outline this slight risk area coming up on day 3, which will be issued tomorrow. So, if anybody in this area is here, need to be on the lookout for some severe weather. Alright, hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday afternoon, folks, and take care.